Hey guys! Ooh, sorry, oh my goodness. Please excuse that little yawn there. I am exhausted. So, we are starting off today. My beautiful client Jennifer has come in. We've took down her old design. I've removed all the lifting that was on the nails. It wasn't much, just obviously where I'm missing the prep going down one side with my cuticle bit is what I can think. I think because I'm right-handed, I probably work more towards the left-hand side of the nail and forget about the right side. And that is where I tend to get most of my lifting is down that side. So that is something I'm definitely going to pay more attention to doing. So I am using now, just did a little clear base on the pinky because we are going to go in with a full glitter nail. I'm using coconut milk from CJP to make an ombre on the ring finger and the index finger. It's my favourite white. It's so easy to work with and it does not stick to your brush and it does not slop around the nail. It is beaut. Then I'm using AMOR, which is another one of my favourites for ombres. I just think it's gorgeous. Ombres flawlessly. And it's such a gorgeous pink. Now, as you can see, this client before had birthday suit with an ombre. She is like a darker toned skin, not dark tones, but, you know, more tanned. And she was like concerned a little bit about going pink, but she absolutely adored them because it just suited her perfectly. So then I'm going on to this middle finger here. I'm just going to do like a kind of, excuse me, half swoop smile line, swoopy smile line. And because I'm going to do a nice 3D rose on the tip and apply some more glitter on that tip. So I'm just like pulling it down like you would a normal smile line, except I'm doing it in a swoop, and then I'm making sure that wall is the same height all the way around. And then I'm just going to add another bead to make my apex nice and in place so that I'm not going to file it away and have a really thin, unsafe structural nail. And that way I haven't got to cap the nail bed because, you know, there's no need to. So I'm building that apex right now. So I'm going to do the same thing on the index finger. So I'm going in with that gorgeous coconut milk, like blending it in on the nail plate there, pulling it down, just kind of keeping that thickness there because I have filed these right down to a thin, you know, thin layer so I could get a nice fresh look. Just blending that in onto that nail plate, just tidying up the sides there and the edges. It would be the same if you were working on tips, you know, that platform is already there, so you're going to work on top of that. So I'm using it the same kind of method. That way I'm not sculpting, just kind of going over. When I've finished fannying around with that, I don't know why I always say that, but yeah, when I finished like patting, I'm going to come in with that pink bead, so placing it at the cuticle area, tilting the client's finger downwards so the product naturally pulls away from that skin. Then just tapping it into place, tucking it in nice and neat at that cuticle, and then just blending down. I just wanted that pink a little bit more opaque there because I used it a little bit too wet, just to make sure that coverage is nice and pink and the white is covered. And voila. So I'm going to move on and probably, I think I'm going to do the thumb now, which is just another ombre. So again, placing that white, blending it in there at the join so it's feathered, and this way you're not going to get any white harsh lines. Blending it back and then just going to, like, you know, perfect that application. The reason I stroke it a lot and you see me patting it and stroking it a lot is because I spend a little bit more time with my application, and then that way filing is more just refining, and that's how I like to work. So I'm not there spending hours on my application and then hours filing it as well. So that is why I like to like stroke and pat and get it in position. And then because this nail is bigger, I'm going in with the first pink bead at the join, and then I will come in with my cuticle bead. So I'm placing the bead on, just tapping it into that cuticle area, dragging it down one side, tapping it round into the other cuticle. Do you know what? I just realised that I sound like Kylie Berry then. Tap into the cuticle area, tap down the side. Yeah, I'm doing that anyway. Yeah, so then tucking it in that cuticle area, and then I'm just going to leave that to set. And then I'm going to cap all of the ombre nails with negligee, which is like a sheer pink. I just find you get a more seamless blend that way, and I do this with most of my ombres, even if I'm using a more nude colour. I just like to do that. I think I just show one as well, one nail of me capping, and then I'm going to move on and do the glitter. So what I'm using here are the pink micro shards from the Glitter Fairy. They are just gorgeous. They're floating around everywhere here. Everybody is selling these lovely shards, and that is because they are simply beautiful. They are absolutely stunning. So I'm just applying these onto that pinky finger in a nice full coverage. So then I'm filing that swoop, just filing it so it's nice and crisp. I don't need much refining. And then we're going to do some beautiful 3D work on here. So I'm just cleaning away all of that dust. I'm then going to use the size 5 Nailmate nail art brush from Glitter Planet. Don't forget that anything you order from Glitter Planet, you can use my code Liz10, and that gives you a 5% discount off your entire order. Then I'm just going to take them micro shards down that swoop, get it nice and tucked in around that cuticle area. Make sure it's not touching any of the skin or the side walls though. And then I'm going to come in and make a really pretty 3D rose. Put a bit more glitter, and then what I will do is cap the glitter nail and then cap the end of this nail. I have sped this bit up now because I don't want you to get bored watching it, but it's the same process that I always do. So I just wiggle my brush in the center of the bead, make like a C shape, and then wait for it to go kind of matte, and then just pat and press it out so you get that nice defined petal. And then for the cuticle bead, the center bead, I place a bead on, I leave it for a minute, I put my brush to a point, wiggle in the center, and then as you can see I kind of just go round and round and round, and then I just start slicing into one side and pulling the other bit around, so you get that like swirl, you know. I much prefer the ones with got jam in, but yeah, that's what we're going for, like a swirl, a Swiss roll look. Yes. So once I'm happy with that and that's set, I'm just going to go back in with some more glitter down the other side of the nail. I think these nails look absolutely perfect for like Valentine's Day. Just so pretty, so pink and girly and clean and fresh. Absolutely love them. Ombre with like French fade is always going to be my favourite. I think you can never go wrong. So yeah, I'm taking crystal glass and I'm just going to cap that pinky. Just one bead there, nice and wet, not too wet to slop in, but nice and wet so you get that full clarity of your crystal clear acrylic. And then going in with the cuticle bead, making sure none of it's touching the skin because you will get lifting. Make sure your apex is in place. Tuck it right in with the tip of your brush, pat down both sides, and then just pull that product down. And there you have it. So I didn't record any filing today, but I did just do my usual filing routine. Then I added some crystals on a couple of the fingers, and now I'm top coating with my favourite top coat, which is CJP Tack-Free Top Glass. Absolutely love it. And yeah, and then I finish her beautiful nails off with NAF Stuff Cuticle Oil in Coconut, another new one of my faves. Yes, and then that is, I've left a little clip at the end, and that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. It does really help when I get some interaction. When you like the videos, it kind of gets it bumped a little bit out there so more people can see it. I'd really appreciate it, and leave a comment and I will reply back to you. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all again in my next video.